Hey, happy Tuesday. We are almost in the middle of the week, you guys. We're almost on Wednesday. So halfway there. Halfway there. We'll see after tomorrow actually finishes and is done. But so far, hope you all are having a lovely week. Really quickly, I just came on here to vent as I always do, right? In hopes of somebody taking what I say and taking heed to it, maybe learning from it, maybe something will resonate with somebody, okay? For the better. But let's start with something positive really quickly. So I have on all of my students' bracelets. I appreciate them so much. So this one is from one of my guy students. His mom makes jewelry. We got to pray over this, right? So we prayed over that. And she made me this for Christmas. And she also made some matching earrings to go with it. They are super cute. I've worn them. The science teacher also got a set with the same similar earrings. We both wore them. I don't know about her, but again, I have prayed over all of my stuff, right? Because you got to be careful out here in these streets. Anything can attach itself to anything, and people have a huge problem with underestimating spirits. You don't know what people are doing out here. So I pray over everything and just give it to the Lord. But I have worn this along with the earrings. These are not the earrings. There's some smaller ones that are very, very cute. So this was a Christmas gift from him. So I wore this today. This was a gift from one of my other students. Actually, she bought me these two. She got me these two. And this was a gift that I got from my student yesterday upon returning from the 4-day break that I had from school. And I'm actually going to take this one off because it's so cute. I love all of my bedazzles, right, that my students gave me. And I tried to show them my appreciation and honor them in their gifts to me. And I tend to wear what they give me often. So this is not my first time wearing these. However, this is my first time wearing this one because I just got it yesterday. Well, it'll be my second time because I wore it as soon as she gave it to me yesterday. But y'all, it is so freaking cute. And let me tell you, so I work in the public school system, right? And typically that caters to underprivileged children. And like I said before, 2 years prior to this, when I was at a different school, which was underprivileged, it was predominantly Black and so forth. So now I work at another school, still underprivileged, but is predominantly Spanish. And you do have specks of Black students, right? But this particular student, she is Spanish. She's from Honduras, but derivatives and all of that stuff, but we get deep into it, girl, you're Black. But she would tell you, she'd be like, yeah, basically I'm Black, but I'm like, baby, whoever teaching her, they know their origin, they know their history, they know the truth, okay? And I appreciate that for instilling that in one of my favorite students, which is this one right here. All of these are some of my favorite students, by the way. So she actually, what I love about the public school system when it comes to some of the students, even though it's not the best conditions, right? Which we have completely turned it over to be for them, at least this year anyways. They get creative because they don't want to feel like our students who come from an underprivileged community, they don't like to feel left out. That's something that I noticed about them. They don't like to feel left out, and they darn sure don't like to feel like they are not capable or incapable of giving. They have the gift of giving, wanting to be appreciated and kind of accepted, right? But more so this student right here, she loves to be appreciated. She loves, she has, I guess her love language would be acts of service, acts of kindness, similar to mine. And so what she did, y'all, she had those little rubber band thingies that you can make the bracelets. Obviously, they're like little rubber bands, and the students at the other school that I was teaching, they used to do these too, but I never got one like this. Never, ever, 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 ever got one made like this. Okay, so she is just creative, and I pray to God that he magnifies her gift as she gets older, because this will take her a long way. And I pray that she becomes a successful entrepreneur in whatever she chooses to do, even if it's not arts and crafts. But I think she will make a phenomenal jewelry maker and things of that sort, right? So this, y'all, it has these little things on it. First of all, it's like some little, I don't know, like little thingies. And it's so cute. I had to find her after school just to thank her again, because I put it on and she told me what was on it, but I didn't believe her, first of all. So I just put it on nonetheless. But then after school yesterday, I said, let me see what she's talking about. And I actually looked at it in the details, and oh my gosh, it was so pretty. I had to go search and find her at cheer practice to tell her thank you so, so much again. But look, y'all, she said it's going to say Miss Ivory. So she put the M, right? Let me put it back. She put the M. This is the S, the I, the V, the E, the R, and the Y. Isn't that so cute? Like, who would think to engrave or find placement for these alphabets? I just thought that was so cool, because baby, when I was that age, I was not thinking about this. What? This is so thoughtful. And the fact that I know she worked hard on this makes it 10 times more appreciative. Like, I appreciate this so much more. Again, I love all of my dangles for my students, and I will wear these all week. Some days I may just wear one. Today I decided to wear all 4 to school because I was just so grateful for these, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to start off with that. I also came back to a letter. Y'all can't really see. A letter on my desk from yet another assistant principal retiring. And she retired due to health reasons. Y'all think it's a game. She retired due to health reasons. She wanted to make her health a priority because she was very, very stressed out. And when her mom came to visit her over the Christmas break, her mom had a stroke. And so she was like, yeah, okay, I have to really take my health into consideration, is what she was saying. And so she chose to step down from her duty, her title, and her obligation as an assistant principal to focus on her health. Her birthday was January 26th. I made her like this birthday thing in Canva, and I sent it in a huge group chat where everybody in the school is on, from the head principal to the assistant principals to all the teachers, et cetera, right? The paraprofessionals and so on. So I created that for her and put it in that chat, and then everybody started flooding her with happy birthdays. So in return, when I returned from my birthday, though she retired last Friday and I was absent because it was my birthday, I came back to this on my desk, and it just says Miss Ivory, and then on the back it says outstanding with the little emojis. And then you open it, boop-bitty, boop, 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 right? And then I can read it. It says, sending cheerful birthday wishes to you. So it's just something very simple, but these things mean the world to me. Like, I can just cuddle and snuggle with these things all day. But it says, I hope your birthday wishes come true. Happy birthday. Miss Ivory, wishing you every happiness and a great year ahead. Love, Miss S. And of course, she put her whole name, but I'm just going to say Miss S. So, yeah, that's to start off with the positive. I'm so grateful, you guys, because people don't have to even do the little things for you. So the fact that I crossed people's minds, because she didn't have to do this, baby, you getting ready to retire. You need to be focusing on your celebration for yourself and walking the hallways and seeing all the banners and everything for yourself, and knowing that you have done a job well done, thy good and faithful servant. To be in the school industry for over 20 plus years, that's hard. That is hard. So I appreciate the fact that I even came across as a thought in her mind during this time. But so that's what makes these things even more special, because you don't know what the students are going through at home. You don't know their situations and their circumstances. We come across all kinds of children. Like I say, we are the counselors, the therapists, the this, the that, the emotional support before we even take their situations to the actual counselors within our school. We have some students, unfortunately, fifth graders, you guys, fourth graders, you guys, who come, they are cutters. And you see all these scars on their hands in fifth grade, fourth grade, bro. That's a lot. So to be able to endure something like that for over 20 something years, lady, go rest. She was crying because she really didn't want this to be her time to step down, but it's time. Allow God to say that it's time, and just know you have done well. You have done your duty. You have done your job. You have served your purpose. So I wish her the best of luck. I wish her goodness. I wish her an abundance of health and prosperity, and that she finds beautiful things to fill her time that's in purpose as she's retired now. Beautiful hobbies, I hope, for her. All right, so that's the good yet again. Now the message that I wanted to come on here and say, and this is for the guys, and I'll probably title this, Guys Do Better, because especially black guys, black men, right? Do better. One thing that I absolutely cannot stand, and I've noticed it's a very huge, it's a trigger for me. I'm not going to say huge. I'm not even going to call that out. It's a trigger for me, though, for sure. And that is a male presence acting, what the old folks would say, like a female dog. Now, y'all know the terminology they use for a female dog. And in fact, I actually hate and despise that they use that in reference of a female dog, because why? Why they gotta be called that? So is that how y'all perceive us as females, as women, humans? Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, yeah, some men do. Some guys do. Not men, guys. Some guys do, because real men wouldn't even fathom to call a real woman such a derogatory word, right? But the fact of the matter is, some dudes very well do. And, you know, so anyways, I can't stand when a male acts as such. Like, how do you sit back and find comfort and joy in acting like a female dog? The other term for it, right? It's like, how do you like mess? How do you like tension? How do you like drama? Why do you feel the need to entice drama, to encourage drama, to bring drama and enjoy it, to enjoy friction and tension amongst people who are supposed to be coming together as family or as friends, just in general, right? How do you find yourself at peace knowing good and well that you are the battery in somebody's back to cause friction and chaos amongst everyone around them? Like, some of the dudes today are just really, they have the true demeanor of a female dog. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. I can't sugarcoat it. I've never seen such a generation of dudes that thrives off of ignorance. Like, you can truly tell who was raised by a woman, whether it be grandmother, mother, or aunt. You can tell who was raised by women when it comes to a lot of the dudes in today's society. That is crazy to me. That is so bizarre. Like, how do you sit there, listen to gossip, and entertain it instead of walking away? Like, telling people, y'all, this ain't what's up. I don't indulge in gossip. Like, this ain't what it is. This ain't it. I'm out. Y'all can have it. That's what a real man would do in any type of situation. A real man who has you at the best of interest would tell you, oh no, you got to fix this. This ain't right. What y'all got going on? Do you even know why you're upset with this person? Do you even know why you acting out like this with this person? Do you even know why? Like, what is the cause of this? And if it's because of me, we need to dead it now. Dead it now. Because it's uncalled for. Was this your relationship prior to me coming into the picture? Or after? We need to figure it out. We need to figure it out. But to blatantly sit there and encourage foolishness, like encourage it, indulge in it, participate in it, is sickening. Like, do we have any real men left? Y'all gotta do better. Oh my gosh, that is so disturbing. That is so disturbing, because the thoughts that run through my head when trying to analyze or figure somebody out, specifically the type of dudes that I'm talking about, trying to figure out why they're like that, that's disturbing. That's too much work. That's too much work. And no woman should have to put in that amount of work to try to figure out a dude, or anybody for that matter. Anybody. I'm not about to figure out nobody, from a woman to a man. If you're going to be in my friend group, I'm not trying to figure you out. You either are who you are or you aren't. You either somebody that I can rock with or somebody that I have to go left with. I have to go part my ways, and we're going in separate directions because we don't meet our alignments. They don't align. We're all zigzag, wag, whatever. Okay? So that alone lets me know I gotta go this way while you go this way. And that's okay. And that's okay. But it's the same thing with dudes. Like, you gotta know when to cut them loose. You gotta know when to back away. You gotta know when you are changing for the bad because of a guy putting a battery in your back, saying chaos, chaos, tension, ha ha ha. I'm gonna laugh at this, even though it's ignorant. I'm gonna laugh at this to boost up the tension, to ignite a flame that'll eventually blow up into something that it never had to get to. Because as a man, I would have stepped in and deaded it. And I'm speaking in general here. This is nothing specific. I'm just speaking in general because I've seen this a lot. I've seen it in the workplace. I've seen it in personal life. I've seen it everywhere. It is just like, wow. I even saw this young boy a while ago, many months ago, back in 2025. I was in this area and I was picking somebody up. And this young boy, he had to be probably like in 5th grade. I'll even give him 6th grade at the most. But he comes out the house with, back in the day, we used to call them knickerbockers. I don't know what y'all call them now, but they are the pants that stop at your knee. It's like if a woman's pants get too short, they'll cut them to where they stop at their knee and they have the little fringes hanging out. Yeah, that's what he had on. And with that, he had a twitch and a twang in his hips. And I'm just like, it's a woman. So even in that department, men, dude, y'all got to do better stepping it up as a father. That is so crucial and critical to the Black household. Y'all don't even know all this drug selling and this and that, trying to get quick money that ain't going to do nothing but land you in the slammer or 6 feet under. Y'all, I don't care if y'all getting paid $6.50. Y'all better go work a legit job for the mere fact that y'all can simply be in the kids' lives. Because this is just sad out here. My heart was broken by seeing that. Because I instantly knew he's being raised by a woman. It's in his demeanor. It's in his aura. It's in how he walks. I mean, he was twitching away, and he couldn't have been no more than about a 5th or 6th grader, for sure. His height, he was very, very little. But you can tell, like, he has something about him that he can probably be in, like, 5th or 6th grade. Heck, I'll probably even give him 7th grade, to be honest. But I'm just like, this is sad. So even with that, like, again, female dogs, that's a female dog move. To sit up there and, oh, let me get this quick money and blah, blah, knowing the consequences or the outcome, the possible outcome, right, to anything to that degree, but you're going to do it anyway, costing you being in the presence of your children who really need you. Because there's dudes out here, boys out here getting soft, boys out here twitching and switching and wrist flicking. And I'm not talking down on that community. I'm just saying how much of an impact it makes when men are not around. And it shouldn't fall on the uncles and the grandfathers. It shouldn't fall on that and the godfathers to step in. Yes, thank God for those individuals, but that is not their duty or obligation. So for them to even take that on, for the true, real men who do, kudos to you. I salute to you. I tip my hat off to you, because that's huge. That's huge. But it's sad at the same time, because that's not their child. And they can only do the best that they can. But guess what? At the end of the day, that child is going to yearn for who? Their biological parent. Trust me, with my cousin that just passed away, the last one, the most recent one, the one whose dog I took, right? Him that just passed away last August of 2025. We raised him as best as we could. But guess what? Guess what we end up having to do? Give him back to his biological mother, because guess what? Guess who he was yearning for? No matter how much love we gave him, from my grandmother on my dad's side to me, to my mama, to my brothers, he wanted his what? Biological mother. And now I'll keep my peace on that. But that's what he wanted at the end of the day. And that's who we returned him to. Returned to sender as he got older. But yeah, they're always going to yearn for that biological father, biological mother. So it is just very, very crucial. And thank God he did have my dad, and his dad was present too. But my uncle, he was serving time before he got to meet my cousin. My uncle, I think when he got out, I think my cousin was probably 4 or 5 years old when my uncle got out. But again, thank God he lived with us. Thank God he had my 2 older brothers. And thank God he had my daddy. But was that their responsibility? No. But thankfully, they were there. They were present. They were in his life. So he didn't grow up with a twitch and a twang and a flick of the wrist. But that's not everyone's story. That's not everyone's outcome. Because the removal of that critical parent, moms, good moms, stable moms, sane moms, are very much healed moms, are very much a crucial and critical part of life too, male and female. But that dad factor is something so strong. A good, healthy, healed, sane, stable father. So our culture, our community, we just have to do better all around, because it is costing us so much. It is costing us so much. And it's not cute. It's not cute anymore. It's never been cute. It never was cute. It never will be cute. But it's just outrageous right now. It's out of control. And y'all need to do better in all aspects. For real. But that was the actual message that I came on here to say. And yeah, I'm just like, some things you just replay and you think about, and it's just like, ugh. It puts such a distaste in my mouth. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. Where are the real men? Where they at? Where y'all at? Please stay out the jails. Okay? And please avoid from going 6 feet under. Okay? It's draining. It is very draining. Very draining to just see and to witness. But yeah, and guys are just as crucial to women as they are to men. Y'all are just as crucial and very much a huge factor when it comes to little girls, to young girls as well. So yeah, then you even have little girls running around here accepting anything from a man because they don't know what's right, what's wrong. They don't know what's good, what's bad. They grow up thinking that toxicity, getting punched around is healthy. And so they stay and they think it's cute. And then you look up one day and their lives have been taken because they don't know any better, because the dads are not present. The healthy dads are not present. They don't exist barely anymore. And it's not to say that they aren't out there, because they are. I'm a living witness. And even with mine, it took time. Like I said, we ain't just wake up and get here. It was a long, long road that I'm still working out some stuff on. But I appreciate him for never abandoning me. I appreciate him for always being there. He still taught me lessons, whether it was in his wrongdoings or his right doings. I still was able to learn from something and to grow from something and to transform my own mind and thought process in knowing what I would accept and what I wouldn't accept from a man who come into my life. Okay? But yeah, so dads are very important. Black dads are very, very important. Black dads are very, very important, you guys. Let's do better. But all right, let me get up off of here. Talk to y'all later. Got to go feed my baby. Call this lady back, my mama, every day like clockwork. I know when to expect my call. But all right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.